Yo, what up? This is J Maine, founder of RnBass. I got these two artists with me right now. You're listening to The Kickback Show on Dash Radio.
Brand new banger. Weekly.
Kickback Show.
Exclusive hot shit. Hot shit. Dash Radio.
Wednesday, 7 p.m.
And we're back. It's your boy, the DJ TJ. We're here at Dash Radio. This episode is brought to you by RnBass. My boy J Maine's in the building. What's up, Jay?
What's up, man?
We back.
We are back.
And you brought two guests with you today.
I did.
Introduce these fellas. Who do you got with you?
First, let me introduce my guy right here from the Bay.
Okay.
Dope artist, Johnny Maxwell.
Johnny Maxwell. What's up?
Out here,
Most
Out
definitely.
here.
Actually, I wore my Bay Area hat.
Oh man, he knew I was coming.
I didn't even know you were coming. But I think that was just like a law of attraction. It was either this or the Mac Dre hat.
It's good
I mean, I
energy.
kind of would have made it work one way or another.
It's good energy.
I was
going
like,
on.
I feel
that was
it.
perfect.
It's perfect.
Right. See, now I'm a fan. I'm gonna have you sign the hat before I leave.
Oh man.
And
Jay,
then,
who else you got with you?
Yeah. I got my guy from Jersey, man. We got Jersey in the building.
Jersey's in the building.
Rising artist, you know what I mean? Nobody.
Yeah,
What up, nobody?
what's good, bro?
And welcome to LA.
Thank you for having me. It's been
Jersey, we got Jersey and we got the Bay in one building. That's best. That's the West Coast
best
and the
of both
East Coast,
coasts.
right?
It's a good formula.
The
It's
best of
crazy
both
because like
coasts.
New Jersey's been hella relevant in my life. I don't know what it is, but I meet somebody from Jersey like every other day now.
because everybody comes out here.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, nobody stays in
I literally
Jersey.
met two dope ass videographers like 2 days ago, and I was
Yeah.
like, both of you guys are from Jersey, and like every other week it's like another person from Jersey.
Same.
It gets to a point to where you can't really like do too much from where you're from, so you got to just branch out,
Right.
to grow.
So just to touch up real quick, J Maine is the founder, the owner, the legend himself of RnBass. I don't know if you ever watched YouTube, but you've probably played some music from his channel. I know I have many times.
Yes, sir.
And Jay, you're dropping all kinds of new stuff on the regular.
Man, I am, man.
Keeping the culture pushing forward, right?
Yeah, the only way to really push the culture forward is with music. You know what I mean? Like, you could invent as many apps as you want and stuff to help support music, but at the end of the day, it's about music. It's about the song. You know?
Absolutely.
So I feel like that's my target goal right now, is just to create a lot of songs, a lot of great content, and that's how you just push the culture and the envelope forward, is you keep, getting as good as you can at what you do.
Right.
So
Respect, man. And you got a lot of respect in the industry, too. I know a lot of artists, they fuck with you,
it's tight.
Not just because of your channel, but I also think you have great taste in music, and you're a producer as well, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And a songwriter.
Yeah, I do it all.
That's right. Impressive,
Man does it all.
He does, too, man. I remember you were telling me the story about how when you first started RnBass, and you were like, yo, it came to me, or
Yeah.
something like that, right? You're
Yeah,
like,
it was kind of like out of frustration of the industry. I was just a producer, and I wanted to like be bold. I
Right.
wanted to be brave. So I felt like I should do something.
Right.
And it was an idea in my mind, and then I just really started it. I just went home and did it.
I know we've talked about it before, but from your perspective, define RnBass.
It's today's R&B, I would say.
Okay.
Like modern R&B.
I like it.
Yeah, just
And it's like
simple as
you
that.
don't put yourself in a box, because I've seen a variety of different styles of R&B that
Yeah.
you've put out.
Right.
But I also feel like you're kind of innovating that sound at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like R&B in general has so many forms: trap R&B,
Right.
alternative R&B, blah 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 blah. You keep going, but to me, the umbrella name would be RnBass,
Got it.
because it just encompasses all those sounds.
I like that.
It has all that in it. So
Yeah.
I see it as like the holy grail name of the next R&B, personally.
You know what? I subscribe to your channel, and what I find it one of the things I like about it is I can actually like work. Like I can do like computer side work and put that channel on and just let it go. Like it's like song after
That's
song
actually
after
how I
song.
found it.
It's like a vibe. Like it's
Yeah.
not too distracting. It's like I'm not like on the EDM channel where I'm like, and I'm not like trapping out watching music videos and shit. Like
Yeah. I mean, like our focus is more like newer artists that you've never heard and new songs you've never heard. Not really like mainstream stuff.
right.
Because like they already got all the support in the world, to be honest. So I'd rather focus on people that don't.
Yeah, and it seems like you're kind of breaking some artists these days.
For sure. I've had a hand in breaking tons of artists, and it's cool. It's dope, man. I love it. I'm gonna keep doing that.
That's got to be a good feeling. It's humbling.
It super is, man.
I mean, I got the power to really put some people on if I wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's just like I'm just getting really seasoned at what I do, and
Right.
I could pinpoint things way faster than the average person probably can. So
And when you say that, like pinpoint what? Like
pinpoint like qualities in an artist that stand out, like
Gotcha.
they could damn near be a star. I don't know, like,
right.
I could probably find that quicker just from experience.
True.
Yeah.
Seen it all. So how'd you find Johnny?
Johnny, found him years ago, man. He was like working with some of the same people that I was in the Bay, and he was
Okay.
like he was a kid.
I was a
You're from
youngin.
the Bay, right? Or not?
yeah,
that's
I'm from the
right.
Bay. He was
Oh,
just a
man.
young kid, man.
I was a baby.
Just getting into the game.
How old
like,
are you now?
22.
22.
Yeah.
He's still a kid.
All right.
Right.
But he was,
I was
even
really
more
a-
of a kid. He
I
was
was
like
more of a kid,
16 or
man.
17 when I met him, and he was just he had like the poster child, like look. If I showed a picture, you'd laugh right,
Right.
now. But like,
He shows
I
that.
know,
You'll
I
probably see it before we go.
I take it out.
On screensaver.
It's like he's my son.
When you call Jay, that picture pops up.
Right. I don't even know, to be honest. It might just be a secret. It's like, hey, look who's calling.
Right.
I'm pulling that up. But anyway, so Johnny, man, he's been constantly working, man, and I respect that.
Right.
I respect people that don't give up,
Right.
and let life hit them and
Yeah.
then just disappear. Like he's been
Life
at
hits
it.
us all, man.
It hits us all, and you know what? You got to keep going.
Absolutely. I was
Johnny's
thinking
kept
about
going.
that on the way here, actually. I was like, man, it's like it's not made for everybody. There's a lot of people
Right.
who've come to LA, people that I used to look up to, like well-respected artists, and they come out here to try to take their career to the next level. And then I'm like, damn, so-and-so couldn't make it and they're moving back home. I'm like, damn,
Right.
that hurts.
Yeah.
And these are signed artists, like to major labels, and being like, yo, man, LA just really ain't my thing. I'm gonna go back home and try this again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, damn, I looked up to you, fam, but I'm still, I've been through some rough patches myself, but I just gotta keep pushing,
Man.
So if someone like Jay sees that in you, you're doing something right.
Hey, he is a big. He not only says it, like he really stands behind it. Like,
Right.
Even on our way here, he was just like, "Hey, so how's LA been and stuff?" I just moved out here like a month or two ago. And
Okay, summertime.
yeah, and
That can't be bad, bro. You moved out here in the summertime.
it's hot, bro.
True.
It's hot.
Coming from the Bay, I can see
Oh
that.
man, it's hot.
I mean, you came in here wearing a jacket.
Well, I heard there was gonna be air conditioning, so I put a little prayer in there, like, please let it really be
A
air,
little bit. My favorite
right?
coat,
Or else I'm gonna just, have it tied by my waist. I don't know.
Hey, that works.
Nah, but we were in the car, and that's really like the first thing he said to me after he asked me, and I responded. He was just like, "Well, look, no matter what, like, keep pushing,
Right.
keep pushing. Like, it's tough out here." He's like, "But
Hey, it's
you gotta
real
keep
talk.
pushing." And that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't just say it, to say it because it sounds nice. He says, "I think he really believes in it." And
Right.
I think that's
dope.
kind of what separates, like artists. It starts to filter out because it's about who wants to keep going.
Right. Who's got the balls to really keep it pushing through the thick and through thin?
Right. It's like it's one thing to say
I'll
it.
be straight up. It's not an easy industry to succeed in by any means. But every single successful person you've ever heard in this industry be like, "Yo, it wasn't an easy path,
Right.
but I toughed it out and I kept on going, and now I made it."
Those are the best
You know?
stories.
It's like every success story.
Right.
That's the common factor in almost every success story is like, yo, I'm working day and night. You hear this from every idol, every person you've probably ever idoled. Whoever you look up to as an artist. I guarantee they probably said that.
Yeah.
But you'd be like, you know what? I never gave up.
Right.
And then here I am. You
Right.
know?
Right.
Pushing something nice,
Pushing
sitting on a
something.
nice little house, whatever it happens to be. You start to open a restaurant, whatever it is, Everybody's got their lane,
Yeah, I heard all great things take time.
Absolutely. Well, keep it pushing. So how would you describe your music, Johnny?
Man, how I would describe it when he found me is a lot different than how I would describe it now.
Well, describe both. And describe how you've evolved to where you're at now.
Well, I started, so like when I really started music, like I started on this this TV show called The X Factor.
Okay.
And
You were
it-
on X Factor?
Yeah, with
You say
Simon
it so
Cowell and
humbly,
stuff.
like nobody's ever heard. Like it was called The X Factor. Come on.
Don't get me wrong. It was a super blessing and it was a good life experience. And it
That's
really
the one where you got to eat worms and shit.
Nah.
Okay.
That's a common misconception though.
People
It's
say
dang
that a
near-
lot?
Yeah, oh for sure. They'd be like, "Dang, so how many worms did you eat?" I was like, "No, you got it wrong." I had a mic in my hand and I was singing. He was like, "Oh, so you weren't eating worms?" I was like, "There were no worms." I
Oh, so
promise
it was
you.
like a vocal
Yeah, so it was Simon Cowell.
That's right, and they gave you the 3 X's.
No,
Okay,
bro. There's so many shows now.
That's America's Got Talent, right?
Look at this.
He can be like, Nick Cannon was on stage,
right?
right? You're like, nah, he wasn't on stage. Nick Cannon was no.
So Jay, hold up. Jay just pulled up the picture.
Oh,
Was that from X
jeez.
Factor?
Yeah.
Show it to the camera real quick. Hit the
Oh,
camera behind you.
man. No.
He's putting it around.
We don't gotta show
Go
that.
ahead and tag me in that and send it on over. I'm gonna change my profile picture now.
Oh man, he's gonna have like 3 different profiles.
Okay, so go on. So you guys came about obviously early in your career.
Yeah,
and
early.
So you were talking about the X Factor.
Yeah, so it started me off way on the pop end, and I think like in most cases that's almost like uncommon. You know, I feel like for most cases you might start off in that R&B lane or
Right.
you know the R&Bass lane and slowly find your niche into the pop lane. But I was kind of like smack put into it, and so
You went like full mainstream right off the get.
yeah, it's because it's only what I knew from what I learned from there. Because that's all I knew about music. I
Right.
had no concept about music when I came on that show.
Really?
Literally, it was like my first or second performance.
But you had been singing.
No.
So how did you even get on the show?
I went to the
What were you doing on the X Factor?
I went to the open audition. No, I did sing.
Okay.
I didn't ever said I was that good.
Right.
But I think, you know, Simon saw something in me at an early age. Kind of like what he saw, you know. I was super
Hey, if
underdeveloped.
you had Simon in the bag, you all right.
Yeah, but
that's like the hardest dude to win over.
I don't know. I think it's what he saw, not what was there at the time.
Right.
And I think I've still been kind of seeing that. And like, you know, Jay's been like a crucial part of that growth. And like he met me when I was with the management, and they were really pushing for that pop lane at the time
Right.
because of the TV stuff. But I've slowly kind of migrated over more towards like that hybrid of like pop R&Bass
Okay.
type, you know, put more of that R&B feel into it. And it's kind of what I wanted to do more, but like my management wasn't really having it at the time. Well, the one that I was with. And now that I've kind of had like an open say so, I've been able to do more of like what I want to do. And I
Right.
feel like I'm really starting to grow in that because I really think that music is a powerful weapon.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in like a bad way. I mean
Right.
that in like
Hitting people with saxophones and shit.
nah, but for real, you hit the world with love. You know,
Right.
you hit the world with stuff that
That's relatable or whatnot.
not even just relatable, but it's almost like, you know, it's like that good fruit. It's
Right.
it's like what's missing a lot today. I think what's missing a lot is substance, and I think people kind of get it twisted. It's like, don't get me wrong, I get bored like the next person if a record is redundant or if
Right.
it, you know, if it's just not wowing me, if it's boring, you know. But I feel like it's almost like important. At least I hold myself accountable to it to like not only have that, okay, this is dope, but oh man, like he got some substance in there. Listen to what he's saying, like
Right.
you know what I mean. I feel like it's a little more. It takes a little more of an effort, but I feel like that's kind of where I'm headed more.
Okay.
Yeah,
You just sent me a record called Personal, man, produced by Garza.
yeah.
Is this out yet?
That one is out. That was
Okay.
on my project that dropped in April. Which, oh yeah.
Go
my
ahead.
bad. No, you're
You
good.
got a project that came out in April.
Yeah,
So was that an EP or an album?
an E EP.
All right. And what's the topic of the base of this song?
Okay, with this one, it was more like, man, I got my heart broke.
Okay.
And not only that, it felt like life was just kind of, it didn't even feel like life. Life was falling apart. And I think a lot of that had to do with, it was like, you know, first love type deal. And I was also, you know, growing up myself, I've been living on my own for a minute, you know, since like my senior year of high school. And so I think at that time it felt like I lost everything because like that was like one of the last
Yeah.
things that I had left, part of that crazy journey. So it was almost like I had to reboot. So that was a dope project, but it kind of started leading into like a different mind frame of music.
Let's get into it real quick. This is Personal, Johnny Maxwell. Okay, Johnny Maxwell,
Yo.
out there setting them summer vibes.
Oh man.
And you said that was from your past coming project, right?
Yes, sir.
And what was the title of that project?
That project was Just So We're Clear.
You said that came out earlier in the year?
Yeah, that came out in April, like at the beginning of April.
How many songs were on that?
Like 6, I think. I think there's 6. There were 6 songs on there.
Okay, make sure you go out there and download that one.
Thank
real
you.
quick.
Yeah, that's on like all the digital outlets and stuff like that. Yeah.
Nobody. What's up, dog?
Good, bro.
So how would you describe your music?
I call it ethereal.
Ethereal.
It's ethereal thug R&B.
Nice. And how did you and Jay come about? Because you're all the way in Jersey. Jay, I know you're a West Coast guy, but I know you be out there.
Well, I've been following the RnBass platform for a minute actually,
Right.
before I started putting music out. So when I was ready to package Used To and put it up, I sent it to him on SoundCloud and everything, and he's basically one of the first people to like repost it and everything. And then
There it is.
And then he put it up on the what?
YouTube.
The YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then just because like, you know, he posted it up on the YouTube channel, I was just like, all right, cool. When the video comes, I'll give it to you. And then he did the exclusive drop of Used To and everything. So
Of the official video?
yeah, because you know he was one of the first people to really like believe in what I had to offer at the time.
And Used To was that track that really set it off.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that here in a little bit. So what was the topic of Used To?
The topic just talks about, you know, love that's lost that you wish that you can get back, basically.
I see another common factor here.
Yeah, yeah.
With this, with
It's like all
y'all out
like
here
those
serious.
first relationships, first loves always end up in heartbreak for some reason. But you know, we all naive and we young, but we learn.
Let's get into this one. We'll talk about that here a little bit more. This is Used To by Nobody. And that's Used To by Nobody.
That's Used To.
You got vocals.
Spell NBDY.
Yes,
That's
sir.
tight, bro.
Thank you, man.
I'm pretty sure you made somebody cry after they heard that one. I'm sure there's some little lucky lady out there that wasn't having it. Just like, damn.
He almost made me cry.
Right. Who produced that?
My boy Jonathan. Shout out to Jonathan from Queens.
Right. That's dope.
Yeah.
I could see why you fuck with these cats.
Yeah.
Pure talent at the table right now.
Thank you.
Man.
You got a good ear for this stuff, man.
Thanks, man.
So is that from an album or an EP, or is that just a single you released?
I thought it was just a single that I released. I'm working on the EP.
And you were saying that you did the official music video was released on RnBass too.
Mm-hmm.
And then I haven't seen the video. I apologize, but describe the video a little bit to the viewer or the listeners.
The video is kind of, I would say, a little more abstract, like on artistic field. I kind of more so steered away from the idealistic concept of, you know, boy, girl, breakup,
right.
all that stuff.
That's
And
kind of what I pictured, but I wanted to.
I kind of just more so just emoted it through just the performance scene. So you kind of just see me like by myself and everything, and then all of a sudden I'm like in a room, a bedroom, and it's just like a whole bunch of like all my past relationships kind of like just come up.
Okay.
And it's like they're kind of like all like around me on the bed and shit, kind of like just trying to like finesse me or whatever.
Tight.
And then
Did you have part of the direction on the directing on the video at all, or is it?
Yeah. I produced and co-directed the whole video.
Nice. In Jersey or out here?
Yeah, in Jersey.
So how's Jersey been? It's especially like for your music career.
Jersey's dope. Shout out to Jersey, man.
You got
Jersey,
a lot of love out there?
Yeah, Jersey shows mad love. Jersey,
Performing
New
a lot
York.
or what?
I performed actually earlier this year at the Joe Budden podcast. They did like a little a tour
Okay.
for the podcast.
Yeah, I heard they were doing that.
Yeah, so I did the New York show, and then I performed in Delancey at the Delancey in New York City for the first time.
Nice,
And
congrats.
that was pretty dope. When I get back to Jersey, I plan on doing some more shows.
And when's that going to be?
I'll leave next week.
Okay.
From LA.
Damn. Everybody leaving LA, end of the summer. Johnny, you leaving?
Nah, man.
I'm gonna be
here
back.
for a
I'm gonna be
minute.
back for sure. I'm definitely be back.
Right. Because you come out here, it's like, man, you start getting all this shit popping. It's hard to not want to come back.
Man.
I swear Jersey's on the come up, though. Because
Nah,
I don't
yo,
know
Jersey
what it
has
is, man. I'm
mad
telling you,
talent,
but
man.
there's a lot of people that are coming out of there. I think, who was it? Justin Love was just on our show not too long ago. He's from
Yeah,
Jersey.
Justin Love from Jersey too. Yeah.
And like just a bunch of other people that I know that aren't even in the music industry just
Yeah.
like keep surfacing. I'm like, man, I need to go make a trip to Jersey soon.
Jersey.
You know,
is on the
SZA's
come
from
up.
Jersey too.
Right,
Yeah, she's
Oh
from
my
Maplewood.
God.
Man.
Everybody's from Jersey, man.
right. Or the Bay.
We try to do our
Good
thing
one.
too. We try to
Yeah.
do our thing too.
Right. Who would you say, who would you say has inspired a lot of your music? Some of the musicians that maybe you look up to.
I love Party Next Door. I'm a big fan of Frank Ocean,
Okay.
Stevie Wonder. I come from a very musical family too, so like first and foremost, my family inspires me first.
Dope. So,
Before anything else.
like, does everybody in your family do music, or
My mom and my pops are both singers. My granddad,
so it just runs
he's
in
a
the
singer.
family?
Yeah, it just runs in the family.
That's
like,
dope.
yeah, deep. It's deep.
What about you, Johnny?
Man. I'm gonna be honest, bro. This question makes me sweat.
Get you a napkin.
I'm being serious, bro. Every time I get this question asked, I honestly man, I don't know, bro. Like I've listened to a lot of different music, you know what I
Right.
mean? And I don't want to be like, oh, Drake inspires me and stuff
Right.
like that. You know what
Drake
I'm saying?
inspires me.
But that's like, that was an artist that I grew up and watched his transition.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I can relate to a lot. And then like there's this one artist that I really like that's on the come up. His name is Lecrae.
Okay.
He's been doing it for a minute, but I really I like how he carries himself as an artist, especially in the industry and stuff. Is somebody I look up to. And then I like a lot of old school music as well. Like music wasn't really something that I was like able to do as a kid, but it was always something that I was around to an extent. Like my pops would always, my step pops, he would always play like, I don't know, the Temptations.
I was gonna say the Temptations,
the Commodores. You know what I'm saying? Be like, son,
wrong.
when you find somebody you really love,
Right.
you play them this right here. You know,
There it is. Put that record on, like the actual record.
Yeah, I've always been a super just into that, like, you know, lovey-dovey music and I don't know, just. And then also just that music that like I said, it's got the substance in it. It means, you know, something.
Right. Not just a bunch of BS.
I don't know. I don't want to say that.
Okay. I'll say it. There's a lot of BS out there. You know, someone's like, what are these people talking about?
There definitely is.
Substanceless music.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes it sounds good though. You know what I mean? Like the non-substance.
Oh, of course. Don't get me wrong. You'll catch me singing
Sonic.
it.
Yeah, I don't got nothing against. That's why I say I only hold myself accountable to it because it's, you know, I can't hold, you know, everybody else to do what they're gonna do. You know,
Right.
I can only just do what I do.
Yeah, these are two people with substance right here for sure.
Absolutely. I can feel it. I mean, Jay, you wouldn't have brought them to the building if
Yeah.
they did.
I mean,
I
yeah.
trust your opinion. So.
But I still think though. Oh yeah,
J Maine verified.
We got the little blue check, the RnBass check.
That's to the profile.
Don't get me wrong though. Like I said, I still like non-substance music though. Just on some like brainless, like if the beat bangs, you know. What I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Easy to listen to, you know.
Yeah, you gotta have fun sometimes, man. Sometimes not take things so serious.
No, I feel that. I mean, that's life.
Yeah.
Sometimes people take life too serious.
Yeah,
It's just like,
it's not that serious.
Those are
It's
usually
really
the ones who don't got it together too.
right. You know, it's like, that's how I go about life too. It's like, man, we're only here for maybe if you're lucky, less than 100 summers. Mm-hmm. If you think about it. Less than 100 summers, if you're lucky.
Man.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna waste my time doing some bullshit?
Right.
I'm gonna get the most of this and like enjoy the most of it I possibly can while I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it can't be so serious, man. You know.
Life is supposed to be enjoyed.
Right. And
Yeah.
gonna get the most of it.
Yeah.
So nobody.
Yes.
You're dropping singles. You have an upcoming album or an EP or anything in the works or what?
Yeah. I'm actually dropping an EP pretty soon.
This year?
Yeah,
2018?
2018. Yeah.
Okay, dope.
So I came out here just to basically wrap up the records and stuff. So I got a couple records over that I did with RnBass and coming out pretty dope.
Sounds like a solid move.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh, yeah, we made some
pretty
good
lit.
ones.
It's pretty.
Are you producing on some of that stuff too, Jay?
I'm not. I just got a producer.
He just verified it. That's a cut.
He hooked it up for sure. Yeah.
and I'm helping track him and help vocal engineer and produce. You know what I mean?
So you're a pretty good engineer too.
I don't know. Ask him.
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna send some
Be
people your
honest.
way if it's like that. Like, come on, Jay Maine. I mean, you putting out tracks like this.
Nah. He's on point for sure.
I'm
Okay.
quick with it.
definitely-
I'm quick with Pro Tools.
That's what's up.
And I'm not afraid to like nudge vocals.
Right.
I need nudging.
Oh, of course. I mean, you do what you got to do.
He's definitely.
We're trying to make
one of the
hits
better
over here,
engineers.
right?
Yeah.
I'll chop the middle of a wave for him, bro. the middle of a word, and I'll make
He's
it
dangerous. He
shorter.
walks the line.
I do not care, bro. I don't. Yeah.
I like it. No, I can see visually what you're talking about. Some people might
I
not
know some
understand
people are
what
like,
you're
what are you
talking about, but I know what you're talking about.
The waves in the ocean? What you mean?
Yeah, Jay's over here making waves.
Man,
Trendsetter.
let's go. You know
So
what I mean?
what can we see in the future of RnBass? What other kind of projects you working on, Jay?
Well, like I said, man, the future of RnBass is like, it's kind of like Netflix.
Right.
So you know how Netflix has Stranger Things and Black Mirror and all that stuff?
Right.
We're going to have our own tracks and tons of them, you know? We're going to team up with artists.
So when you say your own tracks, these are RnBass exclusives
Yeah.
solely through RnBass. Obviously what nobody did, right?
Yeah, what we did together, we did one together, and it's got like hundreds of thousands of plays together. You
I can
know?
imagine.
It's going nuts,
It's going
actually.
crazy.
That's super
And
dope.
now it's just like,
Congratulations.
But it's cool because like both of us are working together.
Right.
On this record, it it's a little different than, yo, bro, let me just post your song. Like,
Right.
That's cool. Like, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, that's dope to support an artist, but
Right.
it's doper to me,
Yeah.
like when you team up together.
And get after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I wasn't.
Respect.
That was like probably. I wasn't expecting that at all. So
Hey,
Just
man.
the fact that he was willing to do that.
That's a blessing.
It was a push for me to actually get my ass from Jersey over to here, basically.
But look, it was well worth it,
It
wasn't
was
it?
so worth it. It was worth it.
And now you here at the radio station talking about that story. You know, that's a good look.
Definitely. I
Yeah.
can't wait to come back, man. I'm ready.
I'm gonna go
already
ahead and say
planning
it.
the
J
next
Maine
trip.
puts people on. J Maine, if you got
Man,
the
look.
J Maine verification, you
I
good.
just
Blue
I
check.
just help plant the seed. You know
Right.
what I mean, and
Well, you also have a solid platform, and I feel that you have a great ear for talent, and that any artist that you endorse, you automatically got my respect because I trust your. You know, obviously you're not putting out crap.
No,
I
thank
haven't
you,
heard
man. Yeah,
one bad
nah.
record on your platform. Period.
yeah, it's you know what it is, man. I think the music just has to be heard more. You know what
Right.
I mean, like we're definitely putting out great tracks, and I have a great platform, and I just want more people to hear it. That's all it is. So, you know, getting the fans from all these artists together and posting tracks, like it's gonna grow bigger. You know, what I
How
mean?
often do you say you release a track or like
Probably
a new
like
record?
two or three a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it hard to find those, or is it just you already got them stacked? Like, okay, let's keep it pushing.
It's really hard. It's really
Right, because I
hard.
know you got to be kind of selective, right?
Yeah, you gotta
I'm
be
sure you get
selective.
hundreds of submissions, maybe even
yeah.
thousands. Who knows? But
Yeah.
and you got to be like this one, yeah, that one, no.
Oh, just for like posting someone's
Just
song?
in general, I'm just
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
like, because you got to curate what
It's-
R&Bass is,
Bro, it's every year it gets harder because it's like different levels to it. you
Right.
know? Like in the beginning, it's like, oh, let's post everything. Let's post all the big tracks.
right?
Like,
Let's blow this shit up.
yeah. And then year two, it's like, all right, now it's getting bigger. Let's
need to be more
Let's still
selective.
post the big tracks, but let's like be careful.
Right.
Year three, it's like, okay, now there's way more followers. We can't put that guy on.
Right.
That guy doesn't deserve it.
Hey, real shit though.
Then year four, it's like year 4 or 5, it's like, all right, now people are trying to replicate.
Right.
Now we got to go harder, back to square one. But then now you got to
Oh,
be,
we were talking about that. The R&Bass knockoffs. We ain't having that.
you know, there's
Nobody's
a lot
as consistent as R&Bass is. That's the thing.
the thing is like, there's a lot of platforms, but they're very, they're so picky and niche that it's like,
Yeah, you put yourself in a box.
yeah, it's like
That's what
you're
I was
only
saying.
going to post this kind of record. You know what I mean? Or
Right.
you're only going to post the organic or whatever. They may only post EDM and this type of EDM.
Yeah.
You know, R&Bass is pretty lenient, like towards the R&Bass.
Right, because I've heard a variety of different sounds come off that.
Yeah, I'll
off your
have some
channel
West
stuff.
Coast stuff, Toronto sound,
Right.
UK sound, Caribbean sound. A lot of other places like will just be like rap, trap.
Right.
That's it.
And I can only do so much of that
Yeah.
myself. And like anybody, like, you know, you go on a road trip, you can only get tired of that same drama for the next hour. Let's switch it up one time.
Yeah.
He really embraces like every aspect of R&B in every subgenre.
Yeah. And you've done good with that, man.
Like every.
Yeah. I
Is
mean,
that your only channel? R&Bass?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be one of them guys that low key has like 5 other major channels. Or some shit.
They got
Just don't be
secret
talking
names.
about it. What else you
I've
sitting
been
on,
secretly
Jay?
building this other account. No.
Right. I mean,
I mean, I feel like everybody should have hella channels. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like, this guy he should have a channel. He should have a channel.
I got 3 channels.
really?
I have 3 channels and 2 Instagram accounts and 2 Twitter accounts.
Ballin'.
See?
I don't. They beating me.
But I only got 1 main of each. But
Right.
the other ones is like sub ones I use for backup and
So
stuff.
you be rapping on one, you be singing on the other one.
Trolling on the other. You know?
Why not, right?
Good. Keep it on
What the
that
hell's my
account.
ex doing today?
They be going back to your old ass tweets, man. So,
I'm
you know.
ready. I'm ready.
Man,
I'm
be
ready
careful
for it.
with that. I mean, I hope my old ass tweets don't surface.
Dude.
Especially when I'm in a bad mood, just going through it with my girl on some shit, just venting on Twitter, like, God, send.
Man.
I come back the next morning, like, yeah, I gotta delete that.
I don't
hope
have the
nobody saw
patience
that.
to go back to my 13-year-old, my 13-year-old self tweets, you know, and look
Right.
at those or my 15-year-old self. So I'm waiting for somebody to just dig it up and just show me, like, so I can laugh at it.
I thought it would
They
always be
will.
a great idea, like for someone who tweets a lot,
Yeah.
to be like to print that into a book,
Yeah, right.
and then like just and go into like what this tweet meant at that time, you know, like because you're basically displaying thoughts publicly, you know.
Right,
it's like
right.
that's basically what Twitter is. If you think about it, it's like especially with the half the shit that people say nowadays, even Donald Trump's dumbass saying some of those stupid shit, but you know it's just like in the moment shit.
Yeah.
he's just
Yeah.
texting. On Twitter and even girls, guys, everybody does it.
Heat
You
of
know,
the
I'm
moment.
guilty of it, right?
Heat of the
and then sometimes you got to go back and be like, yeah, I might want to delete that. What was I thinking?
It's a good app idea.
What?
It's a good app idea.
Like convert it to a book?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Twitter
is a good
book,
idea.
and then
Twitter book.
comment on your thoughts,
Right.
and then you won't remember. You're like, I don't even know what I meant.
I was blacked out. You saw it 3 a.m. when I posted that.
For real, it's crazy. Who
Well,
knows?
Johnny, what would you say is like your favorite social media platform?
Man, probably Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It used to be Twitter, but I don't know. I found myself like I stopped using like Snapchat as much as I did Twitter, and then Twitter as much as I did Instagram because I felt like I don't know. Instagram was probably like the most personal,
Right.
And they were like I don't know if this makes sense, but like they just stayed really good, like up to date with everything.
Right.
You know.
I feel like Instagram shut Snapchat out of the water. Once
It
they
ain't-
released
yeah.
stories, I was like, oh man, what's the point in doing this twice? I
What-
can't do the same story
yeah.
twice, you know? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, and everybody. I don't know. Like I heard when that happened, like there was a lot of people around me, like, oh, you know, it's not gonna work. We already got Snapchat. But I don't know.
works.
I feel like IG was ahead of the curve. I feel like they've been ahead of the curve, and we didn't even know.
right.
You know, like from day one, they probably already know what they're doing. Like 5 steps from now.
Oh, they definitely do.
Definitely do.
They said the analytic information
Yeah.
that they have, they're like
Yeah.
light years
They
ahead of
already
us.
had- they already had
Analytics,
AI
man.
figuring all that stuff out.
If only I had access to that, huh, Jay?
somebody got to crack that code, man.
Right.
Yeah, Instagram is killing it, man.
Yeah.
It's
When did
really
they start
good.
giving out like Instagram plaques? You got any YouTube plaques? 'Cause you got a pretty big channel on YouTube, right?
I got a YouTube plaque, yeah.
like the platinum one or something. The
It's one of those.
millions of views. You know, it's on the wall somewhere.
Yeah.
I feel like Instagram's gonna start giving out plaques soon too.
Well,
Man.
you know, Instagram's trying to compete with YouTube now. You know, with
know it is.
IGTV, and I mean, so far it's
That's
cool.
a tough one though. It's like vertical. Like
Yeah.
even my camera
Yeah.
guys, I'm like, you guys gotta like turn your camera sideways and film like this so we can get the full.
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
know if
that's
the right-
like, you know, like cameras are already old now. Then you know what
Right.
I mean? Because like if you gotta adjust that to that,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
that means you're behind.
And they're ahead of
I'm
the
still
curve.
over here with an iPhone 6s, y'all. I really need to step my game up.
No,
I think
good.
that the IGTV thing is dope because it's ahead of its time. You see how
Right.
Spotify is doing the whole front screen,
Vertical.
and it makes more sense because you don't have to tilt your phone, and if video is actually shot with that in mind,
Right.
the more frequent that it's done, the more people are going to be their
They'll
videos to
adapt.
be in that aspect ratio. So I think that is pretty dope. I don't like it now, but I feel like I'm gonna like it probably next year or the year after.
Right.
Or whatever.
I agree.
Something
Well, there's
like
gonna be
that.
some more things, and I've been hearing good things from a lot of influencers. 'Cause we'll interview influencers like Instagram famous people.
Yeah,
you
I've
know?
already seen some start doing some pretty creative shit with it too.
Right,
some
like
pretty
who
dope,
was it?
yeah.
King Vader. We interviewed him like a couple months back, and he's got a like a series, like literally like
Yeah.
a Netflix series
Like
that
a
he's
daily
releasing.
series,
He's like,
yeah.
bro, I'm already got this shit figured out until next December.
Yeah.
Of like episodes that he's doing. You know, I'm like, okay, you really are on that next level.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you think like where the future of music even could go.
Right.
Because like, you know, only 3 or 4 years ago, SoundCloud started.
Right, and now
Started,
SoundCloud's
like-
almost like on the out.
It is. And
Which
then
is, like, crazy.
Spotify is the hottest thing. And then
Right.
Apple Music only like a year or two, right?
I remember
Yeah.
when Spotify first came out, and they were like, "Oh, it just got approved in the U.S. because it was like big in Europe."
Yeah.
Go download it. I just downloaded just to get my handle, so no one took my name. You know, I was like, "All right, I'll figure it out once the shit surfaces." Had I had put in hella work back then, little did I know we'd probably be banking off this shit right now. But
Right.
I feel like that's most cases with most things too.
Right.
It's always like, dang, I wish I.
then
Yeah.
now there's so many apps that they release. It's like, how do you know
You
which
don't
one's going to be the
know.
next
Word.
one? You know, especially like every day, someone's like, even my social media interns like, "Oh, you should do this one. You can get paid off your post." I'm like, "Okay, shit, I'll get on it." Next thing
Yeah.
you know, I'm like, I can't stand getting these notifications, man. Like, come on, delete that.
See, we need the secret analytics. That's
Right.
why we need them.
Yeah. I mean, who knows, man? In a couple of years, like streamings are, you already know it's going to be different. So,
Do you have an RnBass Instagram?
Yeah.
And then how do you feel that is, are you working with that to try and boost and like maybe move some of your YouTube subscribers over to the Instagram, or like,
Yeah,
how are
it's-
you
it's-
utilizing that to
It's
your
a
advantage?
crazy game. It's like, you know, getting everybody everywhere.
Do you have like people who work for you?
Yeah, I have a couple.
'Cause I'm like, man, how does he do it all himself? Like that shit would stress me out.
It's a crazy game, man. Just numbers. This isn't a straight numbers game, and people faking numbers to get organic numbers
Right.
and blah 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 blah. It's unreal, man.
I feel like also nowadays you can kind of see through that stuff. Like if someone will be like, yo,
Yeah.
he's got like 25,000 followers. I'm like, yeah, like nobody comments on his
Yeah.
pictures. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
is that real or is that not?
That's crazy, man.
I feel like with music, it's probably harder to tell, right?
It's hard. It's
Hit and miss.
It's getting harder to tell with music, to be honest with you. Like on like Apple Music and Spotify.
Like plays?
Yeah. Because it's first of all, you can't comment on Spotify.
Right.
So there's no user engagement except for plays.
So like you think people can buy plays on Spotify?
I mean, I'm sure.
Right.
Probably.
Especially
You
plus
can pay a third party to shop your playlist to
other playlists, right? I've heard of
However,
that.
there's
Playlist
there's a lot of gimmicks out there, and I don't know how they do it, but like
hey, money.
they guarantee you a certain amount of numbers.
Oh,
and you
it's
get
money.
it.
They have 100 phones that are on repeat overnight.
Right. It's that ad like swipe up and get a free iPhone X. They got a gang of them.
The way
got
that
the
you'll see it
repeat
is that I think with the analytic reports and stuff on Apple Music and Spotify, you can track the daily data. So even like the labels and people and stuff, like they can see whether or not those views or those listens are actually genuine or not.
Right.
You know, because they can tell. Or they also compare your interactions with your other platforms too.
Right.
It's all a numbers game, like how he says.
Oh, true.
Seriously.
And I found recently someone kind of taught me a little hack / trick, like support your artist. Like if your artist, if someone of your friends releases an album, or even yourself, maybe you guys tell your fans this, they were said put it in a playlist, put your phone on silent, and then put it on repeat overnight when you go to bed.
I heard
That's
that.
exactly
I love that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
dope.
saying.
That is dope.
And I would do that to
Yeah.
support my homies. You know what I'm saying?
man,
Like, let's get those
definitely.
views up, bro. That's how you get paid as an artist. You know,
I
if
do
you
that on
really support your
SoundCloud.
people, go do
Man.
that.
Yeah.
Put that album on repeat
That's
and
dope.
let these cats and let them get those plays
Yeah,
up,
just
because
let
that's
it
how these
repeat
musicians eat.
Exactly.
What did we send you? You gotta do that for us now.
Bro, you're on my show. I'm gonna do it automatically. The fact that you're
you
sitting
gonna
up
go
there-
to sleep? Like, oh, there's the
Yeah,
picture.
go to sleep.
Shit, with the music y'all been putting out, I might be like, hey baby, I got something real nice for you tonight.
You might not put it on silent.
I got that new Johnny Maxwell and some of that Nobody for you tonight. Bottle of wine.
You
It's
got
gonna
a
be
treat
good.
for you, girl.
That's something they'll never be able to stop, because you don't know if a super fan's really messing with your song like that.
Right.
How could you tell? You know, so that you can't stop that.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
I
You
think
gotta
that's
encourage that.
it's like the beauty of music in general. I think it's like that's like one of the last things like creatively that we have left. You know, like it's like one of my buddies was talking to me. He's like, you can't press a button and then get a hit generated from an app, or get a hit
Right.
generated from
Hey,
know
not
the
yet.
computer.
Scary,
Well, not
though.
yet, right? But at the same time, it's the only thing that can't be done like that, yet.
Right.
Or one of the only things that can't be
I
done
know
like that.
the labels, the major labels, will still suppress that. You know, it's just like what is it? Someone was bringing up to me the other day how the oil companies are banning solar panels in Florida, the build out of solar panels, because that takes away from people spending money on gas.
Right.
Yeah.
And they don't want that, because it takes away from the millions of dollars they're making on fucking oil, you know? And I'm like, why would you not do that? Like, hello, solar panels, like free electricity and
Greed.
energy. Exactly. And it's like
Agreed.
Yeah.
straight up. So there's always going to be the people with the big pockets that are going to try and suppress that from happening. But
Right.
where there's a will, there's a way. People are always going to find a way to get through that, you know? It's going to happen. It's like water.
Persistence is key. in
Right.
Anything.
You can get through anything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You may,
Speaking of-
you may not be successful in some things, but definitely.
Right? Johnny, you got a song called Uncle Phil.
I do.
Who's Uncle Phil?
Uncle Phil actually
Or to you? I think that we might all have an Uncle Phil.
I think
but-
what I see that's kind of like where it more was headed for, was just like Uncle Phil is just it stands for like, you know, the kid. I mean, for anybody who watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Right.
like you saw like kind of like the character that he had, you know, as a man, and kind of like the symbol that he was for, you know, his family, and even like with Will Smith, like what he was for him inside of the show.
Right.
I feel like, you know, it's very, you know, important, and sometimes unfortunately there's people out there that don't have that.
Right.
You know, and so it's like I have, you know, a lot of friends that I'm, you know, I have some people that I'm close to that unfortunately have, you know, been born into situations like that, and being, I don't know, I was blessed enough to have you know, a stepfather that taught me, you know,
like an Uncle Phil.
like an Uncle Phil, you know, and that was, you know, my pops. And so I don't know, it's just, I honestly struggled with the name for a long time, and then like there's a line inside the song that goes, "It's for my dogs that never had an Uncle Phil."
Right.
And the more that line resonated to me, I was just like, man, that's deep, because it's like it's that he just embodies like a whole character that
Totally.
I feel like is very crucial, you know, in a young man or a young woman's life. And I don't know, it was just super powerful. So I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna name it that.
All right, let's get into it. Is that out?
That's not out.
Oh, that's a world premiere.
Yeah, that's
got an
a world premiere. A little exclusive. Yeah.
Enter the air horn sample here. Bah, bah, bah.
That was a weak air horn. My bad, bro.
He said,
What kind of air horn are you fucking with?
I'm not a good air horn person. I'm
He got the
sorry.
basic gun on 007, the little pew pew. We'll work on that one, Johnny. It's okay.
My bad, bro. I'm gonna try
You
next.
just keep stay to the music.
Oh man.
That's good though, man. I like it. I can feel it. It. You know what? Like Jay was saying, man. It's got what were you saying? It's got some substance.
Thank you,
Some deep substance in there. You listen to that on repeat and think about it at one time.
man. Thank you.
so
My Jersey boy over here, Nobody's got a song for me called Warning. What's Warning all about? Give us a heads up before we get into it.
Warning. It's another conflicted joint, but at the same time, it's fun. You know, I feel like everybody has that one person that they just can't get enough of, and Warning is just explains that situation perfectly for me.
Damn, Nobody.
We're trying to get a title roll out for it right now.
Them know that. That's
Yeah, but it's coming out. We don't have a platform yet. We're trying to see who the highest bidder is. No, I'm just playing.
That's a song that we put out, me and Nobody.
Great job.
That's tough.
Yeah,
That's
that was Warning.
so that's like RnBass exclusive.
Yeah.
Yes.
That you put together. So I assume that the title on that is like you're the executive producer.
Yeah, exactly.
definitely.
Like I got Rio, and I knew that his sound would fit with Nobody.
Right.
So
Great fit.
I put them. Well, I got the beat. I got him in the session. I knew that like one of his beats would work.
You said you
And,
knocked it out in like 4 hours or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Damn.
it was weird. It just fit, man.
Yeah.
It just
Dope,
worked.
super dope. Congratulations
Hard.
for putting out
Yeah.
hit records like that.
Seriously.
And
And I
for-
recorded it too.
Right, so and that's one of the things I want to talk about. So people don't really know that not only does J Maine run one of the biggest channels, the like RnBass channels on YouTube and SoundCloud, but this man's an engineer and studio producer.
Dude, I'm in the trenches, man.
Right, and you have a studio, right?
Yeah.
In North Hollywood, so people can actually book you to be their engineer.
Sure.
And work on their records or their albums.
100 an hour. Let's go.
Hey, wait, 100 now, let's get it. You can get that real meal deal, platinum hits all day.
Hits.
So you got your own studio. You said you're a Pro Tools expert. And
I'm good at it. I prefer
I'm gonna say it. He's a Pro Tools expert.
I prefer Logic. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick, why Logic over Pro Tools?
It's just like quicker, you know. It's just like
Shortcuts and
the
stuff.
audio. I don't know.
You know,
something about it.
Simplicity of Apple, you know.
I feel
Yeah,
that,
that's
man.
all.
Like I like Final Cut over Premiere. When it comes to video, you know, it's like the same thing. Like I used one, I was like, man, but I can do everything so much faster in Final Cut. you know?
Exactly.
Wow.
But that's dope, though. J Maine, you got a bunch of great stuff popping. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank
From
you,
the last
man.
time I've talked to you, you obviously got great artists that you're working with, putting people on, and you got a network of amazing producers and songwriters. You know, I see a bright future for you too. What other kind of stuff do you have coming up in the future that we can look forward to?
More music.
Right.
A lot more music.
And you're producing a lot of this stuff too, right?
Yeah, I'm producing.
As well as obviously putting people on and scouting out what's next.
I'm just finding like all the new talent and really molding the sound and just continuing to make music.
stuff.
That's all. That's the answer to everything, man.
And if someone wants to come work with you, how would they go about doing so?
I'm picky. I'm really picky.
So you got to slide in the DM, or you got to send send
Man,
nudes, or what?
nah,
Like, what's it gonna be?
Yo, people hit me up every day, but it's like I'm really picky.
But
bro.
you're also on that level. Man, we talked about this earlier in the show that like when you first started out, you're like, yeah, anything and everything.
Yeah.
But now you're at that point where like you have to be selective.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. Yeah, you just can't.
Selecta.
You know, everyone here knows how it is. You can't put your
Right.
energy everywhere.
Absolutely. You only got so much.
Yeah, you gotta do the things that get you further.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So if they were to slide in the DMs, where could they find you?
Instagram at It's J Maine.
It's J Maine. And let everybody know where they can download your music and what social media platforms to follow you on.
NBDY everywhere, YouTube, Spotify, everything. NBDY. Social media is NBDY. OUTIS NBDY.
Just Google NBDY, you're going to find them. Right? What about you, Johnny Maxwell?
Johnny Maxwell. Well,
That's not hard.
Twitter is Johnny Maxwell, and then Instagram is _Johnny Maxwell.
Dope.
I've been trying to get rid of this underscore for a long time, man. They don't
Some
want
guys
me to get rid of
squatting on it.
You know, it's some little kid.
He's knockoffs, bro. I'm telling you.
It's this little guy, man, and like
The little guy.
no, for real. And it's how long has it been, man? Since I've been 16.
We gonna find him. We gonna find him.
No, I've tried, bro. I've tried. I've had so many
gonna
people
run up
reach
on
out to him. You know, the minute I had people reach out to him, he blocked his account, and you know what he put? He said, "The real Johnny Maxwell."
No.
He was so petty. He must be like 8 or 9 years old. I said, "Oh my gosh, who taught you
Did
how
you
to be
offer
that
to buy
petty?"
the account for him?
I did everything. I said, "Bro," I'm like, "Come on, let's talk."
I'm the real
$50.
Johnny.
Right, man. He wasn't having it though. He's the real Johnny Maxwell. So until I can talk to IG, man, he's got the title right.
You need to
now.
find out who he's dating, and then you got to get at his girl to log into his account, shoot her the dough, have him change the password, and then we're in.
Right.
Either way, it's Johnny Maxwell. This episode was brought to you by the man himself, J Maine,
Yes, sir.
RnBass founder, world-renowned curator. I don't even know what else to say,
Hold
man.
on.
Man.
Shoom, shoom, shoom.
There goes Johnny with the info. Thanks again. I appreciate you bringing in these guys, man. Great talent you always find, man, and mad respect. And if
Man,
you don't
thank you
know,
for having us, man. For real.
absolutely.
Thank you for having us, man.
Heck yeah.
For real, for
I
real.
respect your music opinion. Obviously, you brought great talent to the table. It's been a great show. I can't wait to hear more from both Johnny and Nobody. And Jay, I always look forward to hearing stuff from you. So it's the
TJ, thank you,
Kickback
man.
Show. We out here. Thank you guys. Until next week.
Yeah.
We out of here.